6 things that reduces the size of your penis. You know, at times when you discover that how the stuff is before is no longer the way it is now. There are people you discover that at times it was big, it was large, it was long, and all of a sudden you begin to discover that this the thing is reducing. All right, there are some things that may cause it, and these are the things I'm going to highlight for you in this video. So it's important you stay with me to the very end. Number 1 is aging. When somebody grows older, you will discover that the stuff will begin to reduce. All right, when a man begins to grow older, when you begin to advance, the size of your pencil can begin to drop gradually. The size of your pencil will not be the same way as it used to be. All right, aging will affect it. So don't you feel that either one big thing is happening to you because the stuff is reducing. That is if you are going older. You are growing older. You are 40, you are 50, you are 60, you are 70. So as you grow older, that place is like shrink. It will reduce, either in the fatness or the length will reduce, and it will just be reducing. It will not be as it used to be when you are within your 25 to 35. At this age it can still be okay, but once you cross like 35 upward, the size will not be the same. It will be reducing gradually. It is because of age. Number 2, obesity, like too much fat. When you see people that have spot belly, you see people that are gross fat, they are too fat, they are too big, that pencil will not be big, that pencil will be small. This is what I discover even when the person is young. All right, within 20s to 30s, the person is young, but you see the person is very fat, very huge. That place is always small. And you see anybody that is tall, huge, and fat as a man, that place is very short. That place is always very small. So when the other part of your body is too fat, like your stomach, like your butt, and every other part of your body is big, it will affect that place. That place will be small. All right, this is why you discover that slim people has longer pencil, and it's just like that. Slim people, those guys that are very slim, that are not too fat, their pencil is always longer than fat people. So it do affect it. It will affect the size of your pencil. The third thing that do affect the size of your pencil is prostate surgery. There are some men that have problems, okay? Either prostate cancer or not that. And when you have that problem, and maybe you did surgery on that, or maybe you are taking a drug, all right, that can help you to recover from prostate cancer, it can actually affect the size of your pencil. So when you are taking such medication, it has a way of affecting it, and it may reduce in size because there are some certain blood flows that should pass through there that may not pass through there again. Because that's prostate cancer or prostate enlargement, it will take over your pencil and it will make your pencil uncomfortable to grow to its capacity, and it begins to affect it. And that particular one is not actually healthy. And when you actually do the surgery, it begins to affect it. And with that, it cannot actually be long or big the way you want it to be. The fourth one is what we call the Peyronie's disease. This Peyronie's disease is, the cause that makes people's pencil to curve. There are people you see, instead of it to be long, straight like this, you see it will now curve. That thing is not actually good. It's a disease, all right? Because everyone is born for their pencil to be straight. So, but when you see this curved one, those ones that are curved, is not actually a healthy pencil. It's not actually healthy at all. And when you have that, it may not curve. Maybe your own did not curve. It may begin to affect the length, and it begins to drop in size. That's when you discover that as you grow, and maybe the disease, begins to come up, begin to grow in you, it will affect that place. To some people, it will curve, but to some people, it will not curve, but reduce in size. The fifth thing that actually affects it again is when you are smoking a lot. When you are smoking a lot, too much smoke affects it. Do you know that anytime you smoke, it's not all the smoke that you can take out. Some of the particles of the smoke will be residents in you. They will go into your system and begin to shrink some part of your body. All right. That's why those that produce cigarettes, they will write on it that smokers are liable to die young. It's because once you take in a smoke, you blow it out, there are particles of the smoke that remain in you. It shrinks some good part of your system, and it will affect your pencil to reduce in size. Because one of the things that the smoking will cause to your pencil is that it will reduce, the blood flow. It will cause a low blood flow to your pencil. And when there is a lower blood that flows to your pencil, it makes the pencil not to grow or function to its full capacity. And by so doing, it will be dropping in size. So avoid too much smoke. I don't know what you're benefiting from smoking. When you see some people smoke, they blow. Too much smoking as young as they are. What are you benefiting from smoking? That is the question. It's not food. It doesn't give energy. It doesn't give you anything. The only thing when you are smoking different kinds of smoke, it can make you high. And that high will not bring solution. All right. So avoid smoking. Avoid too much smoking. And it's not good for your health at all. It will affect you and it will make your pencil to begin to drop in size. Then the sixth one is drugs. You see many men that they are in drugs. They take a lot of drugs, different manner of drugs, all kinds of drugs. Drug for knuckle enhancement, drug for manpower, drug for different kinds of drugs. It will affect it. There are drugs you take either for treatment, all right, it will affect it. Just like what I mentioned previously, that a drug that you want to treat prostate cancer, some of the drugs that you use for that treatment can affect the size of your penis and they begin to drop in size. Okay, so but apart from that, there are different kinds of drugs just to make you high. All those harsh and intoxicating drugs you are taking, it is not healthy for your pencil down there. It's not healthy for him at all. So if you actually care for your pencil, you need to reduce the kinds of the drugs you take. You need to understand that most of the things you are taking, they are not healthy for you at all. Some of these drugs are drugs for mental problem, AntiPsychosis. You see somebody that has a mental issue, they begin to treat such a person. So some of those drugs that they give you to treat this, mental issue, it can actually affect the growth and the size of your pencil. It will affect it because those things will stop blood from flowing in different direction and affect every other part of the body and focus on your brain. And by so doing, you will discover that the thing is dropping in size. There's another drug that can also affect it, like the drugs of antidepressants. Such drugs can actually affect, the growth and the health of your pencil. So be very careful out there and make sure you keep your pencil healthy down there for future usage. God bless you. If you find this video interesting, please don't forget, give me a thumb up, like the video, share to friends, share to all your contact list, and don't forget to drop a comment on the comment section and say thank you, Lucky, for this information. If you have a question at all or a recommendation or experiences and all that you can actually use to advise others, you can still drop it right there in the comment section so that others, as they read, they will get blessed and get more information on this as well. God bless you. I've recommended some very important videos for you to watch regarding this same line, as you can see it right there in your screen, and I'm trusting God as you watch them, more knowledge will be imparted. If you have not subscribed, please hit your hand on the subscription button and subscribe to this channel for more tips. God bless you. See you next time in my next video.